The pointer to God. A lifelong question had always haunted me, a gnawing confusion about the source of morality. I'd spent years in my head, studying philosophy and science, trying to find a logical explanation for the universal sense of right and wrong. I looked outward, to the cosmos, to the cold, impersonal laws of physics, hoping to see a sign of purpose. I considered the arguments of evolution and social conditioning, trying to convince myself that our moral feelings were just a survival mechanism or a cultural construct. Yet deep down, none of these explanations satisfied me. They felt like trying to explain a symphony by describing the vibrations of the air. It was technically correct, but missed the entire point. One evening, tired of my intellectual wrestling, I picked up a book that spoke of a different kind of grace. It didn't promise an easy answer, but a shift in perspective. It suggested that the moral law wasn't out there, in the physical universe, but in me. It was a letter, a personal communication from a sender. The idea was radical, and my mind, so accustomed to external observation, resisted it fiercely. But I was weary. In a moment of surrender, I decided to stop trying to intellectually prove God's existence and instead, just for a moment, to receive the grace to see what the book was talking about. I closed my eyes and turned my attention inward, to that familiar, persistent feeling of a moral compass within my own heart. It was a feeling I had always tried to explain away. The quiet pang of guilt, the deep sense of injustice, the urge to do what was right even when it was inconvenient. In that quiet stillness, a profound truth settled over me. This feeling wasn't a random byproduct of evolution. It wasn't a neat trick of society. It was personal, intimate, and yes, intrusive. It was a voice, a presence, not from a distant universe, but from a God who was close enough to write his law on my heart. This wasn't an abstract concept. It was a personal reality. I didn't find God in the stars. I found him in the truth of my own conscience. My intellectual struggle didn't vanish entirely, but its power over me broke. I had received a new kind of sight. My faith was no longer an attempt to find God's fingerprints on the outside world, but a deep, personal acceptance of the letter he had already sent me, a grace that pointed me to the sender himself.